our first pose today is Jathara Parivartanasana, revolved belly pose. So be on this, no, I'm going to say be on my left side to see. So over here by my left shoulder. Arms are at shoulder height, and you bring your legs up as in Parivrtta Padangusthasana. From here, keeping the legs together, you bring your feet over. This is my right hand, towards my right hand. See how my left shoulder is down? Yep. And then we come back up. And then we'll do it again. Let's do that much first. Now let's turn your blanket upside down so you're not lying on the fringe. I did not show. Linda and Kit, Betsy, Ellis, you're gonna have, just lie on your back quickly, Betsy. Okay, so bend your knees towards your chest. And you're just gonna come over here and lie in, arms extended. Okay? So you're all doing the same thing, yeah. Yes. Betsy, roll to your side, come on up, and you're gonna switch directions. Your head's gonna be here, Ellis, your head's gonna be on this side. Lie on your backs. Have your legs bent to begin with. Feet on the floor. Move your buttocks flesh forward towards your heels. Keep that. Extend your arms shoulder height. Arms are extended shoulder height. So Mark, move, turn, you're switching, Betsy?
No, I'm just trying to give my.
Okay, turn around the legs. And Mark, move towards the wall. Yeah. All right, so now from here, turn your shoulders under. So I want your shoulder blades to move towards your back waist. Unless you have a bolster, I want you to straighten your legs, and you'll bring your legs up straight. If you have a bolster, bring your knees into your chest, and take your legs to your knees to the right. Everybody else's legs are straight up. Now from here, extend your arms from your middle of your sternum through your fingertips. Mark, bring your arms down so they're in line with your shoulders. Hands down. Kick legs over onto the side. There you go. Press your heels towards the ceiling. Everybody move your heels away from the backs of your knees. And as you do that, you feel how your belly softened? It moved down. Throat soft. Renee, look at your hands, and Darcy, everybody look at your hands. See that your hands are in line with your shoulders. Now from here, press your right wrist down and take your feet over your right hand. If you have bent legs, you're staying right where you are. Rest. That's it. You go slowly. Bring your feet over your right hand. You have to, not on the floor, hovering. And then press your right wrist down. Take your left hip and waist to the floor to come up. Actually, you're going to stay right where you are. Everybody that has the bolster, stay on this side. You're just resting for a while. You're staying here. Then, from here, stretch your arms again. Stretch through your fingertips. And now, press your left wrist down. Look at your hands. They're above your shoulders. Press your left wrist down and take your feet over your left hand. Feet come over your left hand. As you press your left wrist down, take your right shoulder down. Look towards the ceiling. You look straight up. The feet go towards your hand. And now press your left wrist down, take your right hip and waist down to come up. Extend your legs, feet up, straight legs, feet to the floor. And And now those of you with the bolster, bring your legs to center, feet to the floor, and you're gonna put the bolster on the second side. And then everybody else, I want you to watch. So roll onto your right, come on up. We have a belt, put a loop in your belt, put a small loop in your belt. Everybody can watch. But you, those using a bolster, do not need to do this. So my feet, you can see they're tied together now. The other thing we're going to change is the hips are going to move over to the side. So now when I come down, can you see how my spine is more in a straight line? And I press this wrist down, draw the shoulder down, legs up. And then we'll bring the hips to the second side and do it. Put the belt across the ball of your foot and have it be tight. There's a twist. I don't know if it's still twisted, adjust it. And now the belt's tight. It's crossed. Mark, put the belt across the ball of your foot. Renee, ball of your foot. If you're having bent legs, bring your knees towards your chest. Those with arms extended, shoulder height. And then those with straight legs, bring your legs straight up. Up. That's right. And now move your hips to the left. Lift them up, move them over. Palms face the ceiling. Ellis, take your legs to the left. Kit, everybody with a bolster, bent legs, rest on the bolster. Palms up. And now, as you press your right wrist down, take your legs, feet over your right hand. So press your right wrist. So you come down slowly and you engage your abdomen as you come down with control. Head straight up. And now from here, press your heel. So you want to press your left inner leg to your inner heel and stretch your collarbone on the left side to your left fingertips. Do you feel how your belly turned? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now on an exhalation, take your outer left hip and waist to the floor to come up. Bring your hips back to center. And now bring them onto the right side. Straight legs. Press your left wrist down. Press your heels towards the ceiling to soften your belly. So here, as the belly becomes soft, so does the mind. On an exhalation, extend your legs, take your legs over your left hand. So Guruji says in each asana, if the foundation is good, the asana is performed well. Press your left wrist down, and now simultaneously stretch from your collarbone on the right side to your fingertips as you stretch your right inner leg towards your inner heel to turn your belly from left to right. As you press your left wrist down, raise your legs back up. And now bring your feet onto the floor, remove your belt. And then those with a bolster, raise your legs back up, feet onto the floor, roll onto your right side. Press into the floor. Sit up. All right, everybody, stand up. Our next pose is Parivrtta, Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana, revolved hand to big toe pose. So move your bolster out of the way. Linda, Ellis, Betsy, and Kit. You're going to be over here. You're going to have a chair. And I'll show you what to do in a little bit. So we need one more chair in the room. No.
Belt.
No, you'll use the wall ropes.
Okay.
But watch what we're doing here first, and then I'll help you. Yeah, come on to this side to see. So you're going to stand 2 to 3 feet from the wall. Raise your right leg, and your right heel is on the wall. From here, we stand upright, hold the outer edge of our foot, and bring the other hand to your waist. Stand tall, and from here, watch the shoulder blade. It moves forward, and we extend. Hand to your waist, face forward, and lower your leg. You're going to do the Parivrtta, so it's going to be to the side. So you'll have one heel up on the chair, and you're going to be standing facing this way, so your right leg comes up first. Yep. Let's move down one mat. Yeah, or onto the floor. So stand up 2 to 3 feet from the wall. Raise your right leg, place your right heel on the wall. Darcy, get a chair. Right heel. Renee, chair. Stand up on your left foot, have your right heel on the wall. Put the belt across the ball of your foot. I didn't show it, but you know how to do that, as you did in Supta Padangusthasana. Yeah, have the chair a couple inches from the wall. Just a couple inches. So your heel will go up on the back of the chair or the seat. Now from here, you can have it right there. And now, stand up on your left leg. Press your right heel into the wall. And as you do that, observe how you lift up. So that's going to have you set yourself over here. That's it. Now hold the belt close to your foot with your left hand. Right hand to your waist. Stand up on your left foot. Lift your torso. As you pull on your rope, those in Parivrtta, draw your left shoulder blade towards your chest. Those in Parivrtta, draw your right shoulder blade towards your chest. And now extend your collarbone towards the middle of the room. Extend your arm. And now, those of you in Parivrtta, keep your hand on your waist. Sorry. And then bring your hand back to your waist, turn to face center, and lower your leg. We're going to do the second side now. Stand up on your right leg in Dandasana, raise your left leg, place your left heel on the wall. Stand up on your left leg, press your right heel down to lift your torso up. Hold the belt with both hands. Hold the belt with your right hand now. Those continue to hold the wall rope with your left hand on Parivrtta. And now as you pull on your belt, you're going to turn to face the window. Cut your rope shoulder blade in towards your chest and spread your free collarbone towards the middle of the room. And as your shoulders turn, observe how your belly turns. You need to create stability in your standing leg. Let the breath be steady and your mind quiet. From here, those in Parivrtta, extend your left arm towards the middle of the room. pull on the wall belt again, cut your belt shoulder blade towards the window, and turn your free arm shoulder towards the lobby. And now turn to face forward, release the catch, lower your leg. And then let me show. I'm going to be right over here, so be on this side to see. So first, this hip for everybody. The upright hip was crawling towards the waist. We need to take it down so the hips are level. And maintain that. Then when we turn, and it happened for everybody, the standing leg thigh moved forward. So we need to keep it back. And then revolve. Let's do. Those on the rope wall, I want you to have your foot in front of your hip. So stand towards the back edge of your chair, the window side of your chair, and have your foot towards the lobby side of your chair when you take it up. On an exhalation, stand tall on your left leg, raise your right leg up. Linda, Betsy, Ellis, have your foot lower down. Have your foot on the seat. I know, but it's not working for you. Have your foot there. Over on this side. There we go. So we can get this hip to come down and your buttocks to move in. So now you're more in the pose. Turn your toes back towards you. There we go. Now, keep your left thigh where it is as you take your right hip down. Maintain that. Hold the belt in Parivrtta in your left hand. Exhale. Resist with your left thigh as you turn to the right. Stand up on your left leg. Pull on your belt on the wall rope. Cut your wall rope, belt, shoulder blade in towards your chest and spread. Mark, you're taking your head first. Don't take. Spread your collarbone towards the middle of the room. Your free arm collarbone extends. Then extend your arm. Better. Mark, take your outer right hip down towards the floor, left hip in, left thigh back. Better. Stand up on your left foot to lift your torso. On an exhalation, cut your shoulder blade in and turn a little bit more. And then come back to face the wall. In Parivrtta, lower your leg. Lower your leg and second side. Linda, how are your legs feeling? Good. Okay. Stand up on your right foot. Raise your left leg. Stand up tall. Move your right thigh back. Your right frontal thigh moves towards your back thigh. Now keep that as you lower your left thigh. Turn your left thigh from inside out. Take your outer left thigh away from your waist. Now maintain that. Catch close to your foot if you're doing Parivrtta. And now here on an exhalation, as you pull on your foot, turn in Parivrtta. Turn to face the window. In Parivrtta, turn to face the window. So you pull on your belt and cut your left shoulder blade in towards your chest. Spread your right collarbone, spread your middle of the room collarbone towards the middle. So it goes towards your shoulder and towards the middle of the room. Keep cutting forward, cut forward, and now spread. And now extend your arm, those in Parivrtta. Resist. Take your right thigh back, outer right hip back. That's it. And then come face the wall in Parivrtta. Release your foot, lower your leg. Okay, so next is Parivrtta Ekapada Sirsasana. Revolved headstand with the legs split. Now, those of you, you need to practice headstand for 5 minutes regularly in the middle of the room. If you don't, you're going to be at the wall. Those of you who do that regularly, I'm going to show you what we're doing. And everybody can see. So come on to this side of me. So from Sirsasana, we roll the thighs in, tailbone in. We need to keep that. Split the legs. From here, we turn the hips. And then we come back to center, and we'll do it a second time. Here we split the legs and turn. My back leg, I extend my inner leg to my inner heel to revolve. Let's do. You're going to take Viparita Dandasana. That's going to be over 2 chairs. So back bend over the chair with 2 chairs. So your legs will be on one chair and you come up. And just be on this wall, right here. Yes. If you're not practicing in the middle of the room, you're going to take regular headstand at the wall. You're not going to do a variation. Because it says in Banda yoga, we need to practice for 5 minutes before we start doing the variation. Darcy, I want you to, let me just get stuck in it. Place your hands. Interlock your fingers, arms down. Press your mid-forearm bones down. Now press your mid-forearm bones down. Lift your shoulder. As you do that, lift your shoulders up. Turn your toes under. Lift your legs. Walk in. Press your mid-forearm bones down. Lift your shoulder blades up. Shoulder blades towards your chest. Now keep that on an exhalation. Come up. I know it's a challenge because stuff is going on here, but you need to keep your gaze steady. As the gaze becomes steady, your mind quiets down. You need to maintain that. Renee, you need to come on to more the back of your top head. That's right, your earlobes go back. Now press your mid-forearm bones down, shoulders and shoulder blades lift up. Deltoids go up and forward. Keep that. Simultaneously, roll your frontal thighs in. You can put a mat and a blanket on the chair. That would be better for you, kid. Roll your frontal thighs in, tailbone in. Keep that. Take your right leg back, left leg forward. If you're in the middle of the room, otherwise you're staying in planted straight Sirsasana. From here, maintain your base, as Guruji said. Have a stable base. And now on an exhalation, now to take your left leg back further, right foot up. I'm sorry, right leg back down, left leg up. Take your back leg down. Now exhale, turn your hips towards the lobby. Left hip forward, right hip back. Left hip forward, right hip back. And then come back to the center. Keep your base steady. And now bring your legs. Return to Sirsasana. Reestablish your base. Press your, Ellis, you need to come down some more. Press your mid-forearm bones down. Lift your deltoids up and forward. Now maintain that. As you split your legs, left leg back, right leg forward. Bring your legs together again. I forgot one point. You need to roll your thighs in. Everybody, roll your thighs in, even those in Viparita. Roll your thighs in, tailbone towards your pubis. Now keep that as you take your left leg back, right leg forward. Pause. Reestablish your base. So you need to recycle those instructions. Mid forearm bones down, deltoids up and forward. Now keep that as you turn your right outer hip towards the window. Right outer hip towards the window. So this hip, just as in Parivrtta, Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana, was sinking here, lift it up. And now, turn back to face the rope wall. Establish your base and join your legs. We're going to do this one more time. Press your mid forearm bones down, deltoids up and forward. Keep that. Roll your frontal thighs in, everyone. Tailbone in. Lengthen your inner legs from your pelvis to your inner heels. Like you did in Supta Padangusthasana. Now, exhale. Right leg back, left leg forward. So, Netta, your right leg has to go back faster. Now, pause here. Already, Netta, your left hip is going down. Lift your left outer hip up. Left outer hip up. Left outer hip up, away from your waist. There we go. And now, exhale. Turn towards the lobby. Turn your left hip forward. Turn your left hip towards the lobby. Turn your left hip. The right hip goes back. Yes. Now, keep turning. And now to turn a little bit more, keep your shoulder blades on your back. Left shoulder blade towards your chest and stretch your right inner leg towards your inner heel to evolve even more. There you go, Mark. You got it. And Ned, I saw that. And now come back, reestablish your base. As you turn to face forward, join your legs. Mid forearm bones down, deltoids up and forward. Keep that. Mark, you need to take your buttocks towards your heels more and let your floating ribs seek your pelvis. That's right. Maintain that. Roll your thighs in, tailbone in. And now take your left leg back. Right leg forward. The left leg goes back faster than the right. Good. Now from here, on an exhalation, keep your right shoulder blade on your back and you're going to turn your right hip towards the window. Right hip towards the window. Right shoulder blade on your back. And now lengthen your inner left leg from your pelvis to your inner heel to turn even more. There we go. Now lift your right hip up towards the ceiling. Better. Turn, establish your base. Turn to face forward and join your legs. Renee, you lost your shoulder blades. Press your mid forearm bones out. You're drawing your elbows too close together. You're right up there, but that's better. Press your mid forearm bones down. Lift your shoulders up. Deltoids forward. Now keep that as you come down with control. Take your hips up as you take your legs down. Hips up, Renee. Hips back to the wall. Hips back to the wall. Now keep your hips back as you take your legs down. Now lift your thighs up. The crease of your thigh lifts up as you come down. You can do it bent leg, but that's okay. There you go. And now those of you in Viparita, bring your feet back onto the floor. Hold on the back chair. Slide onto the chair a little bit to sit up. Sit into your chair. Sit tall. And now let's come back to the spots where you were. Those of you in chairs, you're going to need a bolster and a blanket. Our next pose is Matsyasana, which is Lord of the Fish pose. So the legs are going to be, classically the legs are in Padangusthasana. Okay, if Padangusthasana does not come, then you'll be in simple cross legs like you saw before. So from here, I bring one elbow down and then the other. And this is like Parivrtta. I press my elbows down and lift my chest up, head down. Come to my side to see. From here, I pull on the mat and take my head further under. And my arms are here. I cut my shoulder blades in. To come out, release my head, extend my arms, and sit up. So you're going to be doing simple cross legs, lying back over the bolster. So set up for Konasana, as you would for Konasana. So you're going to lie on your bolster with a blanket under your head.
I use blankets instead of bolsters.
That's fine. I didn't see you, so straighten your legs. Let's do this together. Let your right leg turn out, bring your right leg either into Swastikasana or bring it up into Padangusthasana. Let your left leg roll out, bring your left foot in, bring your left leg on top. Then from here, you need to be, at the front edge of your mat.
Wait, the front edge.
Yeah, be at the front edge. Press your buttock bones down, lift your torso up, and now bring one angle. Darcy, you need to be either in full Padangusthasana or Swastikasana, not half, because it distorts your hips in the pose. Bring one elbow down, then the other. And use your pressure, elbows down. Cut your shoulder blades in. Cut your shoulder, yes, walk your elbows in more. Cut your shoulder blades in, and then take your head down, the top of your head down. Take your arms up over your head. Catch your mat, pull on the mat, come more onto the top of your head. And then cross your arms, hold your wrists or elbows. So here your buttock bones go down, your back ribs move in. So Mark, you lost your buttock bones. And now we're gonna come up, press your, extend your arms, extend your head, sit up. Press your hands down by your hips, inhale, sit up. Change the cross in your legs. Okay, well, sit close. And now roll your left leg out to the side, bring your left foot into Swastikasana or Padangusthasana. And then the right leg. Roll your right leg out, lean forward, bring your right foot on top. And now from here, descend your buttock bones, lift your torso up. So before you come into the pose, Netta, you won't quite be able to see, and I'm not going to be on the mat, so I can't quite show you, but here your buttock bones are on the ground. So Mark, what I saw was you lost it. You need to be on your buttock bones, so your sacrum is moving in, buttock bones down. Okay. Descend your buttock bones, sacrum towards your pelvis. Bring your hands back, elbows onto the floor. Press your elbows down. Lift your, that's better already, Mark, right here. Elbows down, palms up. Press your elbows down to cut your back ribs in, shoulder blades in, and lie down. Now let's just relax. And then come onto the top of your head. Use your hand, that's it, a little bit better. And now cross your arms. Press your hands down as they're crossed to cut your back, to cut your shoulder blades in. There for your hands. Okay. And now press your hands into the floor, release your head, hands by your hips. Inhale, sit up. Slide your left leg up, right leg off, left leg off, straighten both legs. Those of you in Supta Swastikasana, Press down, sit up. Kid, why don't you stay in this pose longer? And now extend, everybody extend your legs. Our next pose is Upvistha Viparita Dandasana. And, okay, so you're going to take your mat to the wall. This time, take it over cross bolsters, Upvistha Viparita Dandasana. Are you familiar with that?
I mean, probably when I see it, but I don't.
Yes. As they set their mats up, so. So your shoulders are not on the ground. Okay, from here, you'll come into Setu Banda. So to do that, put a rolled blanket on either side of the bolster. All right, those of you,
Are we supposed to be against the wall?
no, you're gonna be right there. Everybody else, you're gonna need to come to my side, one side or the other to see. This is 2 legs inverted in stamp pose. So you're set up for going into Urdhva upward facing bow pose. Here I move my hips away from my heels, shoulders away from my ears. I press down and come onto the top of my head. I bring one hand in, then the other. I press down for my forearms. See how my shoulders lifted? And then I lift my tailbone towards my pubic. Then I come in. Let's do it. Mark, get a rolled mat.
Can we just sit right there, or should
Yes.
we can
Betsy,
Yeah.
just, oh well, she moved her mat. Just come on over here. You're fine there, Ken.
I'll move over.
Is this it, girl?
Extend your legs.
These blankets are.
You're good. So lie on your backs. Head touching the wall. Head just touching the wall. Bring your hands into Urdhva fingers towards your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Have the heel of your hand at the wall. Then from here, lift your hips slightly, move your buttocks towards your heels, and now, on an exhalation, move your shoulders away from your ears. On your next exhalation, simultaneously press your hands and feet down, come onto the top of your head. And then interlock your hands as you do for Sirsasana 1. Elbows touching the wall. Press your mid-forearm bones down as we just did in Sirsasana. Lift your deltoids up and towards the wall. Now keep that. Renee, you have to take your heels wider. Not your toes, just your heels. Press the inner edge of your feet down. Everyone, take your outer knees forward towards the middle of the room. And now, on the next exhalation, extend your deltoid triceps towards the floor to get your shoulder blades onto your back, and move your tailbone towards your pubis. That's it. And now to come down, return your hands to Urdhva, lift your head and come down. Renee, we're going to do this again. Let me show you this neck. Roll to your side to come up.
And
Always.
understanding.
Yeah, all of you roll to your side. We're going to do this again, and this time we're going to have our head towards the middle of the room without the support of the wall. Renee, I'm going to keep you at the wall, and actually you'll use that mat under your elbows. So from here, here we go. press the forearm bones down, shoulder blades in. And now, can you see, my outer knees need to go towards the wall. Could you see that? Tailbone in. So just have that low mat at the wall for your elbows. So your head won't be all the way at the wall this time. Place your hands in Upvistha, feet hip width apart. Turn your toes in. Move your buttocks towards your heels. Renee, spread your feet hip width apart. Nana, turn your fingers towards your shoulders. And now on an exhalation, stretch your triceps towards your elbows to move your shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades away from your ears. Now keep that. As you press your hands and feet down, come onto the top of your head. And now place your hands into Salamba Sirsasana 1. So Renee, you need to be closer to the wall so your elbows are on the roll. And Darcy, you need to move,
I know.
come down, and redo. Netta,
Oops,
outer knees towards this wall. So you need to turn your toes in more.
my hair is on the way.
I know.
Oops.
There we go. Now from here, press your inner feet down, mid forearm bones down. You okay, Netta, or you have to come down? And now, tailbone in. From here, draw up your inner thighs from your inner knee towards your pelvis to get you, yes, your tailbone lifts even higher. And now to come out of the pose, come back to Upvistha, hands, lift your head and come out. And just rest for a moment. Renee, that was a little bit better. Do you feel how
Yeah.
you were able to get the shoulder opening? Roll onto your right side and come up. Okay, so wait, you can stay there. You're in Setu Banda. I didn't catch this earlier.
Your turn.
You needed to be in doing.
No, I was in the beginning, and then it started bothering me, so I slid back.
Okay, you can stay right there. So everybody set up for, I have to move this blanket. Set up for shoulder stand. And we're gonna actually take Setu Banda Sarvangasana. Bridge formation in shoulder stand.
Which side? Which side?
The blankets are gonna go on this side. Let's spread out a little bit. Kit, you're fine right there. If you're ready, you ready to change, Kit? You can take Setu Banda next.
No,
You're in Setu Banda. Linda's in Setu Banda.
you're in?
What?
Stay in?
You can stay right there.
Sure.
Should I do chair shoulders down?
No, you can stay. Did you need this blanket?
Is it there? Yeah, it's right. No. There's other blankets.
Linda, I want to give you more for your feet. Press your heels.
Kara, you said this way?
Yes, that is correct.
That's
Okay. Renee, we're going to do it a little bit differently for you. You're going to need, everybody else is going to need 2 bolsters tied together. Renee, you're going to need a bolster and a blanket. Have a belt for your arms. This is how many blankets you have on? These are Puna blankets, so you need at least 6. There's 2 more in the corner there, Netta.
Yes, here.
Oh, there's some there? Okay. That's fine. They just have to go this way. Okay, so Mark's setup is set up, so watch. So I take my feet towards the middle of the room and my hands back to come on top of my shoulders. And then from here, I keep my shoulders down, shoulder blades on my back, tailbone in, as I take my feet down and then I pop back up. So this is coming up from Setu Banda. So you have to press down and pop up. Renee, I'll show you. This is not going to work because this mat's too far up and these bolsters can slip.
Oh,
It should just be back here like this, so they stick a little bit. Renee, you're going to be here. And up go the wall. Okay. And each time you can come down low. Turn your shoulders down. So Renee, you need to lift your hips and get your belt on. Belt on? Oh, you can do it, yeah. And now swing your feet up and over. Yeah, you can. Now straighten your arms. Stretch your inner arms from your inner armpits to your little finger, and stretch your legs from your pelvis to your inner heels. And as you do that, observe how you come more on top of your shoulders. That's right. Now bring your hands onto your back. And come on up into Sarvangasana. So you have to press your outer shoulders. Everybody's outer shoulders goes towards the floor. Shoulder blades on your back. You have to keep your shoulder blades moving towards your chest here. Turn your frontal thighs in, tailbone in, as you did in Sirsasana. Bend your legs back. Tailbone towards your pubis. That's it, Mark. And now shoulder blades stay on your back, glued on your back. Tailbone in, exhale, go back. Drop down. Mark, it's too low for you.
Yeah.
And come back up. Again, press your outer shoulders and elbows down. Keep that. There's a chair now here, Mark. Press your outer shoulders down, shoulder blades on your back, and drop back. Can you feel the chair, Mark? It's right here. You're there.
Oh.
And now, yeah, pop back up. That's it, Renee, every time, a little bit lower. Shoulder blades on your back. You're just tailbone in, Renee. Keep, everyone's name is Renee. Tailbone towards your pubis. Keep it there. It's like a peg going into its hole. Don't let it fall out. Renee, tailbone in as you take your legs back. Tailbone in. You're just kind of leaning back at your hips. Don't resist with your hips. Buttocks forward towards the middle of the room. That's, yes. Did you feel how you had the control that time? Drop down, pop up. Drop down, pop up. Come up from your tailbone. Netta, it's too low for you? Yeah. Okay, Mark, you're done?
Well, yeah, I'm off the blankets.
Okay. Netta, I'm putting a chair here for you. Okay. There you go. Tailbone in, pop up. Yes, Renee, the control is coming. Yeah. And now from here, take your legs back up, straighten your legs. Roll your frontal thighs in, tailbone in. You want to create length in your lower back. And now, maintain that and come down. Mark, you don't have a bolster behind you. I'm putting it there right now. Okay, it's back. Remove your belt and lie down. Shoulders onto the floor. Roll to your right side. Betsy, you can join us now. Ellis, Linda, you can join us. Linda, I want you to go back to Jathara Parivartanasana. Did you feel how it was really nice on your lungs? So do that one again, right now. Bolster under your hip and you bring your bent legs over the bolster. Okay, so everybody sit up and watch. Our next pose is Parivrtta Upvistha Konasana. Seated wide angle pose. Revolve. So from here, we turn to face one leg. Extend our arm forward. See how my palm is facing up, thumb down, and I catch my foot. Then the other arm comes up and over, and I catch. This buttocks does get light, but press it, the heel away to lengthen your torso and revolve. Let's do. If you need to sit on a lift in Dandasana, so your sacrum needs to be in. Sit on a lift. No. And have 2 blocks and a belt close by. So Alice, you know you can put a belt over each foot. This is the same pose. So Linda, lift your hips up. The hips down. Knees towards your chest. There you go.
Oh.
Which way do you want us to face?
You're going to face this direction.
I thought you said, oh, well done.
The other bolster, so Linda, you can just go to the left and you don't have to put anything. Yeah, and you don't have to have the blanket on an angle. Oh, point, that's fine. From Dandasana, press your hands down, heels down, lift your side ribs up, and now spread your legs. Your blankets need to be a little bit further back off your mat, so when you extend your legs, your heels are on your mat. Renee, you need to move. Just move everything forward. Now, look at your knees and toes and see that they face the ceiling. So for some of you, for most of you, your inner knees need to come down towards the floor. Actually, Renee, lift your hips for a moment. Yeah. And it doesn't get in the way of your thighs. Then from here, knees and toes, little toe face the ceiling, torso lifts up. Ellis, you haven't gotten a lift yet. Take your hands behind you more. On your blocks, take them back. There you go. And now, exhale, turn towards your right leg. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Press down, lift the sides of your torso up. As you saw me do, whatever height you need, Kip. As you saw me do, stretch your left arm forward on the floor. Stretch your left arm towards the lobby. Turn your palm up. Only the left arm's there. That's right. And now reach your left arm over towards your left foot. Thumb down, Renee, the other way. Thumb down, other foot, left foot, towards the wall. This is your right foot. This is your right foot.
The other way.
I know.
Sorry.
Well, we twist it. Everything gets turned around. And catch your foot. If you can't catch your foot, then you use a belt. And now pull on your foot, as you did in Parivrtta Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Cut your left shoulder blade in and spread your collarbone towards your right shoulder. Extend your right arm straight up. Renee, keep your hand on your waist. That's where you need to be for today. take your arm over and catch the outer edge of your, hold the belt, get the outer edge of your left foot. There you go. And then come back, turn to face your left leg. Release your hands, inhale, sit up. Press your buttock bones, heels down. See that your knees and toes are facing upwards. Lift your torso up. Extend your right arm towards the lobby. All the way towards the lobby. Turn your palm up. Keep going forward, 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 forward. And now, see if you can get your, before you go any further, see if you can get your left ear onto the floor. Left ear on the floor. Now you're going for your right ear, Mark. Take your left ear down. Am I wrong?
Left.
Left, take your right ear onto the floor. Right ear onto the floor, I'm sorry. Right ear down. And now take, palm up. Now sweep your left arm up and over. Nope, the other arm. Left arm up and over and catch your outer right foot.
With the right arm.
Yeah, the right arm. The other arm, the left arm, I'm sorry, left arm. No, this arm stays forward. And that arm comes over and catches the outer foot. Right there. Keep stretching your right arm forward. More and more. Get more and more of your right shoulder in front of your leg. That's it. And now catch your foot. Catch your right foot with your right hand. There we go. And it came on this side, Renee. Press your sit, even though your left sit bone's light, descend it, stretch your heel away, and now pull on your foot, lengthen towards your right foot. Press your right elbow down, draw your right shoulder blade in, and spread your left collarbone towards the ceiling. Turn to face your right leg. And inhale, sit. Face forward. Hands under your knees. Bring your legs together. Okay. You want to be up again?
Oh, no, go ahead, continue. They're gonna be down, right?
Downward facing dog.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna take Shavasana.
What?
I thought they were gonna take Shavasana.
Well, I want after all the twisting.
Yeah. Can they do that?
Shavasana, Padangusthasana? Yes.